Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, November 3rd. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, and Triple Qs. And you thought I was kidding when I talked about a vacuum both above us and below us. Well, folks, this doesn't lie. Now, I didn't partake in it for a lot of reasons. Number one, main reason was I told you I wasn't going to do any trading once the announcement was made, and while he was speaking, he didn't stop speaking till 3:30, and by that time, I wasn't going to do anything in M period. Yes, it looks clear as day. You should have just bought it and wrote it up. That's not my style. I trade for a living. Not trading for 2 hours is not a big deal to me. Really didn't do anything. Actually, I didn't do anything all day. I took two small shorts, one in A, one in B, against the open and made small on both of them. Other than that, we were 10 for 10 wide. POC got raised as high as it could go in J, and that was it. So we could have gone up $100 more and the POC wouldn't have been raised. We go out with new highs in 4 out of the 5 indices. The only one we don't is the transports, which is no surprise because they blew the roof off yesterday with that obscene and ridiculous move by Avis. So they were down today. No after-hour highs yet in any of these 3 indices. Incredibly, we talked about Russell. We said when Russell comes out of this 8-month balance, it's going to do so with a vengeance. Well, it did today. The average volume is 27 million. They have about 47 million on the tape. So they blew out of an 8-month balance to the upside with great volume. This would have been a beautiful afternoon pullback low to buy. There's only one problem. It happened 5 minutes before the Fed was going to speak. No way I was buying it. Right? Yeah, this looks like, oh, look at that. You're a genius. You bought them. B single prints held, and look, we went to a new all-time high. Wasn't going to do that. That's not what we do here, right? We trade for a reason. We trade with market-generated information, and especially since the Fed is the one and only thing that I think has an effect on this market, certainly not going to stand in its way when it's about to make their announcement and then during the press conference. But on a normal day, I absolutely would have bought that pullback in Russell with the higher value, higher indice, open and drive, you name it. But this wasn't a normal type day. And tomorrow will be another day to trade, so I don't mind. We go out with price probes in Q, price spike in Q. They fill their singles in J, but that is still a price spike. So triple Qs have price probe, single prints in L and K, price spike from A and 9 wide. Russell, 2 sets of singles, K, B, and they're high and low. Now, Russell certainly wants to stay above yesterday's high. Yesterday's high just stretched the 8-month balance and came into it. So that's the key level now, is yesterday's high. They want to stay above it. Right now, they're above it by $3 or so. We'll see if that remains. As far as we go, we have a poor low today in SPY and in ES. Price probe, single prints in K and J, and 10 wide. So this is a price spike also, but since we have the single prints, it's the same thing. So what does that mean? That means buyers don't want to see rejection and get accepted back below B's high from today. Same thing in triple Qs. You don't want acceptance back below A's high from today. If you do, this is all for naught, right? So I'm going to give you the destinations. Again, there's only shocking one on the upside, 465.15. Today's high and all-time high. For the downside, L's high is the price probe, 464.43. 2 sets of single prints, 463.71, get filled at 462.72. L's low to J's high. Second set, 462.03 to 461.67. K's low to B's high. 10 wide at H's high, 461.31, and today's low of 460.83, which is also a poor low, and then 460.08, yesterday's low. Now, let's go to the charts. So here's the monthly. Outside month up and took out last month's high. We're up. Up in the monthly. Weekly. One-time framing up. 4 weeks. Very healthy. Daily. One-time framing up. 5 days. Healthy. Distance away from a previous high. The one negative is the volume. We'll end up doing in the 50s today with the after hours, but our average is 73 million. So we keep making new highs. Meanwhile, we have a volume of 49, 49, and 50-something million. This isn't even including the 4 gaps below us. I'm telling you, this will be taking back a lot of it. I don't know when, but it will, and it will make the market healthier. You can keep going up like this. We might get to 475 like this. We might get to 500 like this. But the more we go up without any kind of balance and without any repair of poor structure, it just means it's going to come down harder when it does. Now, I want to show you a couple others. Let's look at Russell. This is what we were talking about. Here's the monthly. Look at this. 8-month balance. Boom. Explodes above it. Now, one day doesn't make a market, right? It's a monthly. It's only November 3rd. If by the end of the month we're back inside this balance, well, nothing really changed except we stretched it. So buyers want to stay above March's high of 234.53, without a doubt, or even yesterday's high, because that's the one that stretched it. Yesterday's high was it's the same thing, 234.85. So just keep March's high in mind. Look at his daily, boom, to the upside. Weekly, same thing. So because it's a monthly balance that we blew out of, it takes all month to know if it's going to be accepted above it. So March's high is going to be critical. And then I just want to show you the transports, right? I don't know if this is excess. It's only November 3rd. I don't know if this is excess. We still have 2 days to go in a week. Now, there was no excess on the daily because even though this looks like it, if you went to the 30-minute bar yesterday, there was no excess. So there's no excess on the daily. But by Friday's close, we'll have a good idea if we do have some pretty good excess on the transports on at least the weekly. Hope you had a good day trading. Thanks for the likes. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.